What's better, overall rating or player abilities in college football 25? Both are super important, but in this video we'll cover which I think is better, and we'll even go position by position. If y'all enjoyed the content, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, go over to my Twitch, drop a follow over there. We're live streaming all the time. Now, if I had to answer the question, what's better, ratings or player abilities, both mental and physical, I would probably say ratings are better. In most situations, I think there will be a few situations throughout this video where I actually think player abilities are more valuable to have than that actual rating. So we're kind of at the point of the year, I'm sure all y'all kind of know how these player abilities work. I'll just quickly explain it, man. So first, like I mentioned, I think ratings are more important in most situations. When you think about it like this, you cannot get the ability without having the rating, at least for these physicals. The mental abilities, they have what they have. That does not change. Whatever mental abilities they come out with during high school, those are the mental abilities they'll keep. The physical abilities could actually change. If you change the positions, they'll get different abilities, and then also they're able to unlock the abilities. The way they unlock these abilities, first they have to have them on this list, and then you have to hit the requirement, the rating requirement. This first for Magician, which is also a very good ability. It improves pocket movement. I honestly feel like if you don't have this ability on a quarterback, even if you still have that 91 speed, that 90 speed, it still feels so much slower. So this is one of them situations where the ability is so much more useful. But you see here, it requires to unlock the gold version of this ability. We currently have it on silver. You need a 91 speed. We only have a 90 speed with this quarterback prospect. So we're not able to unlock this ability until he upgrades his speed one more. You come over here to his ratings and his quickness, his speed can't go up anymore. So his ability, that one ability is maxed out at silver. But let's say there was a situation where he could max it out at the gold if his speed did go up to 91, and now he had the chance to pretty much for that ability go up. The ability just do not go up. He has to unlock it. You see in the top right corner, he has the coins. You have to unlock the abilities. So it's always a decision that the AI makes. Do they upgrade ratings or do they upgrade abilities? And I don't know how the computer decides what they upgrades. You got a guy like this, who is our starting quarterback for the Hawaii series. Shout out to that series, live streaming series. Go check out the Twitch. But you see he's an 89 overall, 86 before the boost, and you see his abilities. He has all 5 of his abilities. Are they all maxed out? No, but they're all in a solid spot. And then he's also up to an 86 overall. So he's doing a little bit of both. They're progressing the overall and his abilities. You look at his rating, he could get better. He is not maxed out when it comes to his overall, but you're able to see how much it costs for each one of these ratings to go up. If he want to get better with accuracy, it costs 11. For the physical abilities, it don't tell us how much it costs for them to upgrade these abilities. It could be 5, it could be 10. It don't tell us. We don't know, at least not on this screen, we don't know how much it costs. There will be some situations where you have a player that only upgrades his abilities, or you have another player that only upgrades his overall. And you kind of want to find a balance, like a guy like this who is upgrading his abilities and his overall. He made it up to an 89, 86, whatever you want to call it. But in here, you do see he actually have his abilities maxed out. Like every one of these abilities cannot go any higher before he upgrade his ratings. So when he do get some more coins, he's forced to spend it on his ratings because the abilities can't go up anymore. So to sum that up, you cannot get the abilities without having the ratings, at least in this game the way it works right now. So therefore, I think that's part of the reason I believe that these ratings matter more. But got to keep in mind, these abilities are super important. When you decide who you want to start at what position, I believe you should definitely look at these abilities. Some of these abilities are useless. Don't get me wrong. Some of them are useless. But like I mentioned earlier, this Magician ability, when it comes to that pocket movement, if you have 2 quarterbacks, they both had 90 speed. One has Magician on silver, one has Magician on nothing. Does not have the ability. That Magician on silver is going to be game changing every single time. From my experience, having that one ability is game changing. But ability like Option King, where it boosts the accuracy to quick pitches. I don't know about y'all, but I don't run read option, especially since it was glitched out. Whenever you throw that pitch, it used to go flying. So I haven't run read option in months. So this ability is absolutely useless on my team and on my quarterback. So every ability is not equal. So at the bottom of the screen, we got the off-platform ability. What this ability does, improve accuracy on cross body or back foot throws. but the requirement to unlock this pretty much badge, ability, whatever you want to call it, is throw power. Interesting if you ask me, man. A throw power requirement for an accuracy ability. And it does have to do with crossbody, back foot, so you do have to have a strong arm for that. But my initial thought would be for it to be more of an accuracy ability. And that's something I noticed with a lot of these ratings and these abilities. Like the rating that controls whether you can unlock this ability seems to not always be the most accurate in my opinion. Like I said, for off-platform throw power, I probably would lean more towards the medium or the deep throw accuracy when it comes to, you know, just this off-platform ability. Or like 2K does, you probably should have more than one rating tied to this actual ability. All right, so one thing I'm noticing, these abilities, I'm not sure if they're different from Dynasty to regular game modes because it's not really adding up. So you look at this 360 ability right here, man. It's the fourth one. Improve juke moves. Spin move requirement. You need a 94 spin move to get this thing on platinum, but it's a 360 ability. If y'all know anything about the 360 ability, that is the spin ability. That's the spin cycle in this game, whatever you want to call it. But it improves juke moves. That's what it tells us on this screen. Is it lying to us? I think it is. And then also sidestep. Improve juke moves as well. The second ability on the screen. This one actually has a juke move requirement. Like, is my thing glitching out or am I not understanding something? Both of these abilities says they improve the same exact thing. A juke move and a spin move is two different things. Then you come over here to more at the main menu pretty much, and you hit the abilities. Okay, well, actually one of the top abilities is going to be this 360 right here. And reading through the platinum to the bronze level, it says nothing about juke moves. So I don't know if it's just a miswording by EA, but I noticed this with a couple abilities where, you know, this screen right here that tells you how this ability actually works and the screen in Dynasty is two different things. So we're just going to assume that's a small error by EA. All good, it happens. But one thing I noticed, like this 360 ability, and even some of these other juke moves, they unlock additional animations, and that allows you to pretty much play at a different level. If y'all know anything about this 360 ability at the start of the year with Juggins from Ohio State, he had that crazy spin move. I believe he had that thing on platinum. This is one of them abilities, if you get it up to platinum, they did nerf it a little bit, but this is a game-changing ability. I would argue having this ability is more important than having high spin or juke move. So this is one of them situations where I feel like some of these abilities outplay actually having the rating. And sometimes you get a dog like this, Ben. He's a freshman coming to the program with 4 abilities. They all bronze, but you know, at least they're going to upgrade. He has 4 abilities, power backs. That's why power back's my favorite, man. He got the most abilities out of everyone in our running back room. And we got some dogs in this running back room, man. You see our top guy right here, and you got a guy coming in with 4 abilities, and they only gonna get better. Now, this don't mean I would consider starting Ben by any means, but I would consider him a more valuable running back because he already had these abilities unlocked, and all these abilities are actually good. Every single one, head first, downhill, balance, and arm bar, are all abilities I like. Now, for me, like I said, the 360 ability is very useful. Sidestep, the juke move ability is also very useful. Recoup is one of the least useful, or I should say the most common, so that makes it less useful because everyone damn near have this ability. All it has to do with the stamina portion, and stamina does not play that big of an impact in this game. Now you get into the wide receivers, and Shifty. You can get it on a running back, is rare. It is rare. To get some of these abilities on certain players, certain positions, is super rare. I went through that whole ability screen, and some of those abilities you'll never see in a Dynasty player. And when I say a Dynasty player, I mean an auto-generated Dynasty player. They won't develop some of those abilities is what I noticed. Shifty is ability. If you get it on a player, you got to take advantage of it, man. That's one of the best abilities in this game. It makes it very difficult for this player to be tackled. The Shifty ability, better change of direction. That's a very good ability for online. It also is very useful for Dynasty and offline, you can kind of get a little glitchy with this ability. That takeoff ability is also very fun to use. Quicker release off the line when not pressed. That has to do with acceleration. And then also that shifty ability has to do with change of direction. That makes sense. The double dip has to do with the double moves. Don't like it. I think that ability is, I don't want to say useless, but ability I rarely use just because I don't run double moves. I don't know if y'all do. I rarely run double moves, so this ability is damn near useless. Now, this layout ability is also very useful. It has to do with the spectacular catch. Makes sense. But I feel like without this ability, you'll have, you know, your quarterback might slightly overthrow the receiver, and it's one of them animations where he have to dive and catch it, whether it's a deep ball or just a ball across the middle. They have to dive and catch it. Without this ability, I feel like they drop that ball 9 times out of 10. You get this ability on bronze, they catching that thing. That's all I'm saying. This is one of them abilities that also has to do with animation, and it plays a big difference. Don't matter that spectacular catch on 99. If you don't have this ability, from my experience, they are dropping that ball. I also haven't talked much about the mental abilities. I think they're important, but honestly, I think they're the least important out of all three. When it comes to ratings, physical abilities, and mental abilities, I would put the mentals in 3rd place out of all of those things on the list. Then you get a guy like this. This is going to be a receiver who is clearly maxed out when it comes to his ratings. He get one higher in the power category. You see in the top right corner, he got 5 skill points to use, and he has literally nothing to use them on until he save up to get to 11 to unlock that last power. You come over here to his abilities. The only ability he could have upgraded was Press Pro. A very useful ability. Do you need it? I don't think you need it, but if you have it, it's game changing. If they press, it's pretty much an auto touchdown, especially if you got some speed. He has this thing on purple because, like I said, this is the only ability he could upgrade. You look here, he literally cannot upgrade any of these other abilities. Not catching traffic, not sure hands, 50-50 ball. He can't upgrade anything else. So in this situation, he literally just have to save until he gets to 11 and he'll unlock his last skill cap. And then he is completely maxed out. He can't do anything else. Then you move over to the O-line. And O-line has some also very useful abilities and some that is very not useful. For example, Pocket Shield, a very, very good ability. Improve pass blocking, simple, straight to the point. Improves pass blocking on every single down. Every single down you pass the ball. Love this ability, man. PA Shield, improve play action blocking. Man, I feel like this ability don't work, man. If you run play action on Heisman, you know what I'm talking about. They be shutting them blocks crazy. But maybe this ability you just need to get on every old lineman. But it's good to know that ability as at least in this game. But some of these other abilities, wear down, pass blocking. Listen, that is a bad ability. What this ability is pass blocking wins fatigues the defender. To me, that's a bad ability. Like, I win the pass blocking rep and it just makes the other defender more tired. Like, who cares? Like, I care less about that ability. Very bad ability in my opinion. But you get to the strong grip. Another great ability has to do with the run blocking. It pretty much allows you to hold that block for longer in the run game. The requirement is strength. Makes sense. Strength directly has to do with holding a block in this game. So some of these abilities are very useful. Please just don't start a guy, oh, he got 5 abilities. 3 of those abilities might suck. Please look at these actual abilities and see what they are. So for O-line, I definitely look for the good abilities, man. Especially for my left, right tackle. I'm looking for them guys with that pocket shield ability because the left and right tackle are usually on islands. At least your guards and your center have some help. You could double team a guy, but usually your left and right tackles are on an island. So I'm looking for that pocket shield to help with the pass protection to start as my 2, like I said, outside tackles. And you see here, both our tackles have that PA shield. So while I'm moving guys around the O-line, when you do move guys around, the abilities will change a little bit. But at least I'm looking for someone to start on the edge with those 2 abilities. When it comes to my guards, I'm looking for that strong grip ability. Very useful. Like I said, it has to do with holding your block for longer. Even the second level is pretty good because the second level blocking is not great. And I'm hoping this ability actually improves it. But I don't really know if it does, but the second level blocking is not great, man. You have guys going all the way to the third level before they even block the second level, if that makes sense to you guys, man. Happens a lot in this game, super frustrating. Option shield is another ability he can unlock. Another ability I would consider useless. I don't run the option that often. So another ability that is completely useless in my offense, at least. Inside shield improves double team blocks on inside runs. Phenomenal ability to have on a center or a guard. On a tackle, might not be as useful. Tackles are usually not double teaming as frequently in this game, so have it on an inside guy is very useful. Ground and pound, don't that just sound like a great ability? It just sounds like a great ability. Run blocking wins fatigues the defender. That's a trash ability. Another ability that is just going to make the other team tired. I don't care about that. I want an ability that's going to help me win the rep. That ability is just going to make a defender tired, and he's going to come out for a play. They're going to put his replacement in, and he's back in the next play. I care less about this ability. Now you get to the defensive side of the ball. I think my one issue with these, at least D-line abilities, is you see on the offense, you got a pass blocking ability that's going to help pass blocking on every single pass and play. For the defense, you don't have an ability that's helping pass rush on every single play. Pocket disruptor. Boost against pass blocks on 3rd and 4th and long. That's horrible. Maybe not horrible. Maybe horrible a little bit harsh. But only 3rd and 4th and long? Come on, man. I need that boost on every single down, not just when it's 3rd and 4th and long, man. I don't like that. But another ability, Grip Breaker, is very useful, especially to have on a D tackle, or if you're in 3-4 and you have a 3-4 defensive end. Very good ability to help stop the run. That is actually game changing. Some of these other abilities just not so much. Improve sack attempts. Useful, especially if that quarterback has extender. That's that ability that pretty much makes it harder to sack the quarterback. So some of these abilities are very useful. You just gotta go through and make sure you're not, he got all 5 abilities. You gotta make sure those abilities are actually how you play and what you use. I feel like linebackers do not have that many abilities. You got Hammer, which is a good ability. Improve his stick attempts. Solid. And then wrap up. Improve standard tackles. Another very solid ability. We love improving tackles. And then blow up, block resistance. That's cool. Good ability. But I feel like just the linebackers have the least amount of abilities out of any position group. And it's not a big deal. It's fine. Linebackers are fine in this game. They're good. So I'm not too mad about it. Part of the reason I say that, like, if you just scroll through all my linebackers, we literally have right outside linebackers. These are good players. And these are not just freshmen. These are, we got some juniors, some redshirt seniors. We got some players. And you see knockout, wrap up. Quick jump is another ability that's very good. We'll talk about it in a second. You get to the middle linebackers. The guy we just showed you, hammer, wrap up, blow up, hammer, wrap up. There's literally like 4 abilities that these guys get, man. Wrap up, house call. House call is like a super popular ability for safeties and just also defensive backs in general. But like I said, it's just not that many abilities compared to, like, if you look at the D-line, it's a bunch of more abilities that these guys have and they can use pretty much at all the D-line positions. But not a big deal. It's cool. And then this quick jump. You get it from, listen, you could have a guy come in with Hall of Fame quick jump as a true freshman, outside linebacker, power rusher. A lot of these guys have them 4 or 5 stars. Very useful ability. The only issue is if you move them to the D-line, a lot of times they'll lose that ability. So you got to keep them at linebacker. And if you run a 4-3, you just got to play them out of position. If you want them to keep that high quick jump, and like I said, it's a very useful ability for pass rushers. Then we get to the D-backs. And I don't know if this is a glitch, but house call is on damn near every single player, man. After you advance past that first year, if they ain't start off with house call, they're going to get house call. And like I said, everyone has this ability, and it's cool. All it does is improve interception attempts. Solid ability. You get into blankish coverage. Is this ability better than actually having the rating? I don't know. I think they go hand in hand. Very useful to have, but would you rather have a higher blankish coverage or a higher man coverage? I would probably lean towards the rating for this one. I'll probably lean toward the rating. Same thing for the zone ability. The zone ability is called Robber, and it's improved movement and zone coverage, which is essentially the zone coverage ability. I will probably lean towards having a higher zone coverage rather than having a higher version of that ability. We talked about a lot of different stuff in this video, man. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Hope y'all took anything away. Make sure to drop any feedback in the comments and the abilities that you feel like played better than the ratings. Let me know down below. Let's talk about it. We all are a community. But I appreciate y'all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Go over to my Twitch and click the video on the screen now for my temple rebuild.